Hi guys, Romans here and welcome to another music review. Today it's going to be James Labrie, Beautiful Shade of Grey.
Music review.
James Labrie is the frontman of arguably the most successful and the most famous prog metal band Dream Theater, but he also has a solo career. Just recently I revisited his previous solo album Impermanent Resonance from 2013, which to be honest I haven't listened to since it came out, and I was once again blown away by that album. It's like this modern alternative rock with a lot of keyboards and synthesizers, with elements of death metal, but with brilliant songwriting. Like literally every song could be a hit. And now after 9 years he's back with another solo album which quite honestly couldn't be more different. There is a very interesting video on the Inside Out channel called The Making of this record, and basically the whole band kind of talks about how the record was put together, and that even though it's an acoustic album you have a full ensemble of musicians. And actually probably this is the first time James had his son Chance Labrie playing drums on his record, and there's also Paul Logue from Eden's Curse. And I made a reaction video to one of the singles from the album and he wrote me, he commented on that video, which was really cool. Such a small thing can go a long way. Beautiful Shade of Grey came out something like a week ago. As of now I've heard it 8 times. Let's dive right into the review. The album opens up with the first single, Devil in Drag, and when this song kicks off, it somehow reminds me of Can't Stop from Red Hot Chili Peppers, especially that groove, but more in that 70s prog fashion.
Keep pushing what's good aside. One hell of a bumpy ride. No one your lands a
Supernova Girl made me think that this could be Led Zeppelin today. Like if Led Zeppelin recorded, for example, their third album, which was their acoustic album today, this is kind of how it would sound. But still, this record and this song has a phase of its own, and in my opinion it's much more original than, let's say, Greta Van Fleet, the spiritual successor of Led Zeppelin.
Let's just run away.
Give and Take is the second single from the album, and this is the song I made a reaction for, so if you're interested you can check it out here. Still an amazing song. I love that it's in 3/4 time signature, and probably my favorite part is the mid section, which is very epic, plus the acoustic guitar kind of gives it a flamenco feel. Sunset Ruin can be seen as the first ballad of the album. It's very chilling and very emotional.
I'm fighting for today. I'll face what comes my way. We'll celebrate each day and bear this burden.
Hit Me Like a Brick has a bit more of a commercial tendencies. I think that this track would make a perfect single. The chorus is definitely one of the catchiest moments on the album. We have a little bit of a country vibe in the track Wildflower. This is like an acoustic art pop in a way. It has again amazing chorus, and surprisingly the song gets a bit heavier towards the end. Before we continue, just want to remind you, I make these videos from a viewpoint of a musician, as I'm a singer, songwriter and a bass player for my own group Jakobe. Heavy prog rock without guitars but with saxophone. You're gonna want to check it out. All of the links to my debut album are in the description of this video below. The second album will drop sometime this year. After this we continue with a very short piece called Conscious Calling, which is made just of James' vocals, and it's like this choir in a church. Sounds really good.
Light will draw the curtain, try but still uncertain.
When the track What I Missed starts, we hear the piano at the beginning, which just kind of made me realize that we haven't really heard piano so far because it's mostly about keyboards. The song is a bit more rock in verses, and again it has a very melodic chorus.
Nothing left to hide. Your love will survive. It will survive.
The final track, Am I Right, reminds me a lot of the track It's Hard Letting You Go from Bon Jovi, and Bon Jovi's These Days album is actually one of my all-time favorite records, such a unique album, and I haven't come across any record even remotely similar to it, and James's most recent solo album kinda resembles some of the vibes I get from These Days. That's a huge compliment. This is a very gentle song with a very, very nice melody.
Can't undo what's been undone. Gone too far, feeling numb.
There's one more track on the album, and it's the cover from Led Zeppelin, Ramble On, from their second album. Solid track, you know, it's a classic, and I like how James makes this song really sound like James Labrie. Just like with all my reviews, I'm reviewing the albums I'm really passionate about and I really like, and it's no different with Beautiful Shade of Grey. Really great album. If you go into this album expecting something like Impermanent Resonance or anything that has come before, you're probably gonna be in for a surprise because this is a very different record. But I love that James is trying new things and he's just not basically repeating a formula that has worked before, and this resulted in a record that's challenging, catchy, but beautiful and artistic. That's the most you can hope for in these days. Pun intended. Have you heard this album already? If you have, you can let me know in the comment section below whether you agreed or disagreed with me. If you are a James Labrie fan, you can let me know how well do you think it compares to his previous solo albums, maybe which one is your favorite one. All the links where you can follow me are in the description of this video below, along with the link to my Spotify playlist, which I'm updating every 2 weeks, and I think you're gonna find a lot of great artists there, so be sure to check it out. Also, if you like this review, don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe. You can check out my own original music, my live performances, my pretty popular Worst to Best series, and quite a lot of other reviews, videos, series, reactions and whatnot as well. Thanks a lot for watching.